OZY is the god of justice in the wilderness, and so it was quite fitting for us because we see OZY as a company as the shaman of the wilderness. The wilderness being Africa, the wilderness in the eyes of the world. OZY is a creative channel. It's a creative channel for Africa. Bringing the best in African art, fashion, and design, and bringing that to the world.
Before OZY, Akin and I were leading a creative agency called Base Official.
With our creative agency, we were co-producing a really big fashion show here in New York, where we were bringing like 75 designers from Africa to New York City to present. And so in 2011, after that big show, that big fashion show, we pretty much established that we want to bring this creative energy of African fashion, design, and creative. We want to bring it into a more commercial world.
Fashion hasn't necessarily been the anchor for me. It wasn't like our initial interest. I think safeguarding creative and cultural industries has always been something we've been both enthused and excited about. And it just so happened that when we looked at the sectors that we think we could have significant impact on immediately, across content, music, design, fashion seemed to be like the one that we were prepared for at that moment.
African fashion in general as a term it's very unscientific, and it's kind of broad, and different people understand it in different ways. Just Africa in general has always been like that. It's the dark continent. It's really important to help elevate the African narrative and help tell the true story and the good stories, good news from Africa. I think we're getting to a new space where we're smarter, it's more academically driven. It's always been artistically driven. Africa is a huge source of art. So now we're helping melt the art, the economics, which is really important, and lastly, academically, in terms of like just knowing about the history, knowing the true stories, playing to people's curiosities, and actually, people discovering new things. That discovery aspect that learning and discovery aspect is always there.
And we're committed to an idea of how we want the Black image to be represented globally around the world. And while we are also very cognizant and think about inclusion, we want to be very also clear in our position and in a certain way we want Black models or Black designers or African designers to be represented.
Interesting enough, for us, competitors right now have been limited to more so the big dogs, and we're trying to reach them and do the same for the European and Western brands. Do the same on our part for Africa.